Listen to the 48 Hours podcast for shocking murder cases and compelling real-life dramas from one of television's most watched true crime shows. Go behind the scenes of each episode with award-winning CBS News correspondents and producers in Postmortem, a weekly deep dive. Listen to 48 Hours wherever you get your podcasts.
Introducing Royal Caribbean's newest ship, Icon of the Seas, the ultimate family vacation. The ultimate 6 slides, 8 neighborhoods, 0 compromise vacation. The ultimate never done that, can't wait to do it vacation. The ultimate chillin' by a different pool every day of the week vacation. This is the Icon of Vacations. Icon of the Seas, arriving in 2024. Book today. Come seek the Royal Caribbean. Ships Registry, Bahamas.
This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 2010, Soccer as a Metaphor for Life, by Kerri Richardson of KerriRichardson.com. Hello, everybody. I'm Greg Audino, your host and narrator, thanking you for being here today and wishing you a Merry Christmas if you do celebrate. Either way, I appreciate you tuning in today for a post that I'm excited about as it blends probably my 2 biggest passions in life, soccer and relationships. Yes, for those who don't know, I am a major soccer enthusiast. So without further ado, let's hear what binds the two and how soccer might teach us to interact and love a little bit better as we optimize your life. Soccer as a Metaphor for Life, by Kerri Richardson of KerriRichardson.com. My friend Tim is a special kind of guy. He always sees the best in people and situations, is generous like nobody I've ever met, and has a ridiculously fantastic sense of humor. I don't get to see him as often as I'd like since he moved to Ecuador, so when I do, I savor every moment. He came home recently for a visit, and we went on a beautiful snowshoe hike together. As we were trekking, he shared a story about how he'd finally found a great pickup soccer game in Quito on Sundays. Tim is super passionate about soccer. In fact, he played a significant role in my feeling comfortable enough to start playing later in life. I've asked him to share, in his words, about his experience that first day at his new pickup match, as I was captivated by the beautiful life and relationship metaphors woven throughout. There are lots of spiritual principles I live my life by, and I know you do too. Don't you find that when you see and hear examples of them in action, that they can really settle in deeper and become more of who you are? Me too. And you don't even have to understand the soccer lingo. So, here's Tim. When I play soccer with new people, the first person to identify is the center midfielder. This is the player who always wants the ball, who will dribble through 3 people rather than pass it, and who will give dirty looks to anyone on his team who loses the ball when he's calling for a pass. He's very good, and pretty selfish. Identifying him is important, because my goal is to make sure he gets at least 50% of my passes. In the beginning, when he passes me the ball, I won't take more than 1 or 2 touches before returning the ball to him. Everyone likes to have the ball at their feet, so when you're new, the best way to get people to pass you the ball is to give them the ball back. The center midfielder has the ball a lot, so if he likes to pass to you, then you get it a lot too. I love how Tim, through his actions, teaches the midfielder how he would like to be treated. My clients will often express frustration to me about the way their boss or spouse or child or friend treats them, and our conversation always goes back to how they've conditioned people to treat them poorly by accepting it for so long. The great news? It's never too late to retrain the people in our lives, even if that means some relationships have to end. Remember, we teach people how to treat us. Tim says again, the great internal game is sorting out my teammates. Some like the ball passed to them at their feet. Some like time to make runs. Some like getting the ball in the air to run onto. In general, people pass the way they would like to receive the ball. So if someone likes to make runs behind the defense, then when he has the ball, he's expecting you to make a run behind the defense. Someone who makes a checking run expects you to make a checking run. This is perhaps my favorite part of playing with new people, watching them play with each other, watching how they play, and trying to figure out their preferences. If I do my job correctly, I will run when they want me to run, pass when they want me to pass, and hold when they want me to hold. What a beautiful example from Tim of meeting people where they're at. Instead of coming to the game expecting others to behave and play like him, Tim observed others' actions and through mirroring, met them where they're at to establish trust and kinship. Doing so communicates an unspoken, "I see you and I get you" message. And few things create a safer place. Practicing this can save you a lot of grief. Think about it. Maybe you're heading off to a family party and you dread seeing your relative who complains all the time. Meeting her where she's at doesn't mean you turn into a complainer. Instead, it relieves you of your possible compulsion to want to fix her and help her see the bright side. She can complain, and you can excuse yourself to go to the bathroom. Meeting someone where they're at honors them, and it serves you. When you're the new guy in pickup, you don't have a defined role. You're not the center midfielder, not the winger, not the defender. In time, as everyone gets to know you, they'll suggest that you play in a certain position. And because footballers are smart, it will generally be the position you like and are good at. In the beginning, though, my job is to take the space that's open. When I'm in the midfield and someone comes into my space, I find the space he has left open and try to fill that. When he returns, then I switch back or find the next open space. If done correctly, no one realizes this is happening, and it makes the game flow much more smoothly. In pickup, if someone runs into your space and you don't move, then you get in the way. It's much more fun to constantly be adjusting to the changes around you. Tim said it best in his last line there, adjusting to change instead of resisting it. It makes for a lot less suffering and the opening of great opportunities. You just listened to the post titled Soccer as a Metaphor for Life by Kerri Richardson of KerriRichardson.com.
This episode is brought to you by Google Pixel, the official fan phone of the NBA and WNBA. The new Pixel 8 and Pixel 8 Pro are built different. How? Take the Audio Magic Eraser tool. It helps block out distracting crowd noise so your play-by-play commentary sounds crystal clear. The only phone engineered by Google brings out the audio you care about so your videos sound as crisp as they look. Learn more at googlestore.com/pixelnba. Audio Magic Eraser requires Google Photos app. May not work on all audio elements.
There's a lot of distraction this time of year, but I'm here to tell you that you can end the year right and train your brain with Word Collect. Word Collect is a fun and relaxing mobile game to help keep your mind sharp and grow your vocabulary to pass the time, whether you're waiting to meet Santa or in line at the airport. It has over 2,000 levels, which start easy but get harder as you get better, and new features have just been added for the holiday season, including new limited-time competitive events. So there has never been a better time to start playing, and right now Word Collect is offering you 2,500 coins and 500 gems for free when you download and play. And those extra coins and gems definitely come in handy. They help keep you playing when you get stuck, and take it from me, the last thing you will want to do is stop playing. So stop mindlessly scrolling through social media and train your brain while relaxing. Just go to the Apple or Google store and search for Word Collect. So if you're like me and want to end 2023 with a bang, download Word Collect for free today. And thanks so much to Kerri for this wonderful post. Thanks to Tim as well for sharing his insights. I really like the theme here today, which I think mostly boils down to accommodation, meeting people where they're at so as to build trust and understanding first and foremost. This is certainly how I tend to approach new relationships on and off the soccer field. But that being said, it is not for everyone. A lot of people feel as though the best way to integrate oneself is to immediately assert one's position, So sort of telling people who you are and letting others take you or leave you, as opposed to being more curious about others and learning about or reacting to them first, as Tim has. And I think these different approaches are best utilized in different scenarios by different people. But if you see someone taking an approach that is opposite of what you would normally take, instead of judging them, remember that, like you, they're also doing what they feel they need to do to fit in, usually subconsciously. And remembering that there is a shared desire for connection, even if it's pursued differently, That can go a long way in forming a good relationship. But that'll do it for today, folks. We have reached the end, and I really appreciate you tuning in on Christmas Day, which is usually full of family activities, whether or not you actually celebrate Christmas. So, thanks again, enjoy your day, and be sure to tune in again tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.